Hello everybody, welcome to this edition of My Yard Sucks. Today is still May the 12th, and I want to come back and do a video on pulling weeds and how I pull my weeds, or what I do to get some of the weeds out of my yard. Now, there are some benefits to pulling weeds, and I guess the main thing is a lot of people do not like to pull them because it can seem like a really big task or hard work. But I just want to show you what I typically do or how I pull some. I'm not an expert at it. I just do what I can, but I know that pulling the weeds have helped to maintain the integrity of some of the grass in the yard, because the grass is able to actually get stronger, and the grass is competitive as well. So once you try to get rid of some of the weeds, it will try to thrive. So let's hone in on this weed. I don't know what this is. Sorry guys, but I'll just get down and I'll just pull out. I do try to get the root of the weed, but I'm not always successful. So I just try to do what I can. Other weeds that might be in the yard. These weeds I haven't been able to eradicate, but I am fighting them. They're in this corner of the yard, and this is their main little space. But I just come out and I just pull them, and I try to get the roots, but I'm not always successful at doing that. Okay. So this right here, get down and pull, and this, and pull, and this, which I don't know what this is, and then these I will pull. This is purslane. It's actually something beneficial, but I don't want it in my yard, so I will pull it. And that's purslane as well, and I will pull it. And this is the side of the yard that I'm actually have resodded, and as you can see, there are a few weeds in there to pull. Okay, so that is basically what you do to help to maintain some of the weeds and to knock them back. Now, that's not to say that I don't put down anything to help with weeds, because I do, but I just want to show you what my yard did look like, or what it will look like. Now, this is the side of my yard, again, that I share with a neighbor. She doesn't really worry about lawn care too much, so she kind of has weeds everywhere. In this side of the lawn, I have to fight a lot because they come over. So once my grass got weakened over the winter and died, it caused an explosion of weeds. So this is just an idea of all the different types of weeds. That's goosegrass. It's a weed too to me. And just to show you. Now, these clover things, I'm not going to try to even begin to try to pull them. But something like this, I will pull it. Now, the backyard is too far gone, but I did want to give an idea and show you how horrible the weed situation was in the front yard, so that you could get a grasp on what I was saying when I was talking about rehabbing the front yard, and that I had pulled like 5 bags of weeds. Now, I did come out here with some bonus S weed and feed treatment on about a week ago, and it looks like it's working. The grass is browning. I mean, excuse me, not grass. The grass is dead. The weeds are browning. As you can see, they're kind of looking unhealthy. Now, when I do pull these weeds, I do like to take these weeds and go ahead and bag them and put them in the trash as soon as possible, because if you leave them in the yard, or if you allow the weeds to kind of seed or just kind of like go through their life cycle, they can throw down many more seeds. So this part of the yard is my backyard. This is not going to be my battle for this year. I will be just doing the very best I can to make these weeds in this backyard look presentable. I'm not going to worry about a rehab. I will be focusing my attention on the front yard as I always do, of course. But I do come out and I pull and I pull and I pull. And what this will do is give the grass a fighting chance. Now, some of the benefits of doing this is that you can use less chemical on your yard. And we all know chemicals in the yard are not good for our bodies. Another reason why I like to do it is for instant gratification. If I do come out here, and as you saw in the back, and put down weed and feed, it will kill it. But again, it will leave big, long, brown patches. In addition, it may allow for additional seeding to take place, at which point I will be fighting more and more weeds in the end. So I haven't come through and pulled the sides and the back like I have the front. So you will see the difference. And actually, this is the new side, so I'm not going to show you that as much, but you'll see it because it's still developing weeds. Don't get me wrong. This right here, that's a weed. So I pull it out, and it's still going to develop, and I'm still going to come out and I'm going to pull. Now, I'm not going to do this all day, and I'm not going to do it like each and every day. But when I do come out, if I see a foe like that, I'll go ahead and pull a couple. I'll grab a handful in the morning or do something like that. And that's instant gratification. So I don't want to use as many chemicals on my yard if I don't have to, for the health of me and my family and my body. I like the idea of instant gratification, and then it gives the yard, the grass, the St. Augustine grass, an opportunity to actually fight back where I pulled the weeds. So once the grass is healthy, you don't get as many weeds. And that's a good thing. Just right now, since the grass was so unhealthy, it developed a tremendous amount of weeds. So this is what I do and how I do it. I like to try to find out the name of the weeds, but that's not always important to everybody. But this is just the idea of how to, keep weeds at bay or under control without any chemicals, without spending any money to do it, and being just a little bit cautious of just throwing any and everything down in the yard and expecting that it's going to look good, because this bonus S was there. It turned brown, but it's still going to be brown and dead. So it's just to give you an outlook of the difference between pulling weeds and not. So thank you very much, and you have a great day.